Hey everyone, how's it going? And this comic is very interesting. Interesting because of who owns it. That comic being the Magic Order.
In 2017, Netflix acquired Millarworld, which is a company slash imprint founded by comic book writer Mark Millar. More on him in a bit. This was an attempt to branch out to a larger demographic, and while also giving them plenty of comics to adapt into shows. The first being the Jupiter series, and of course the Magic Order, which unfortunately got canceled a while back, so not happening anymore. Published in 2018 with the help of larger comic company Image Comics, this was the first comic produced with the help of Netflix and even creating a trailer for the book. Warning. Spoilers. As for the story, we open to a man and a woman having some quality time while two figures cloaked in shadow are outside watching, and after the couple is done and see that there is fence that can really get in their way, one of the figures pulls out a wand and puts a spell on the couple's son. And
Let's just say this kid's gonna need therapy.
later, we see father and son magician Leonard and Reagan Moonstone, who, after Leonard's performance in a magic show, is informed of the man murdered, and then informs the rest of the Magic Order.
With a name like that, you know this organization is run by robots.
But yeah, it's obviously a group of magicians, 5 families to be exact. One of the members, Cordelia Moonstone, Leonard's daughter, who we actually met before her father and brother, but they were more focused on the plot. Cordelia was introduced with her getting arrested by the police after she gets caught, in a fist fight with a woman whose husband she was screwing during their daughter's, birthday. Yeah, she's not a person of high morals. At the funeral, we are met by Madame Albany, who is the cousin of the deceased. And yeah, they aren't even trying to hide the fact that her and her people played a part in the murder. After it making it very clear that she's after something of great value that Leonard has in his possession, and insulting the wife of the deceased by having her shape-shifting right-hand man take the form of his bloodied murdered corpse. They make their leave, and Leonard asks Reagan to check on his older brother Gabriel, who apparently is the most powerful sibling, but has denounced the world of magic after the loss of his daughter. Speaking of loss, we then proceed to see another member of the Order, along with his family, get wiped from existence by a magic spell caused by the same murderer from the beginning. This person, dressed in a Venetian carnival outfit, is called, the Venetian. Who are they? What exactly is Madame Albany planning? Who will survive? And will there be an actual second book in this series? Yeah, if you follow Mark Millar, that is a valid question. The series has a pretty solid premise, combining intense murder mystery with high-flying fantasy. A lot of people like to compare this being a gritty version of the Potter series meeting The Sopranos, as the writer described it, and though there are some definite influence from those series, it also reminds me a lot of some of the Hellboy BPRD stories, particularly with the more occultish element it has. The story is written by Mark Millar, who is well known for great stories like Old Man Logan and the Jupiter series, but also not so great stuff like Trouble and the more mixed received Wanted series. He's well known for having very shocking and violent imagery and subjects and stories, which can work for some books, but he also gets the tendencies to get carried away. He kind of misses the point that he was trying to get across. This book almost suffers from that issue, but seems to be able to pull back at least in the last minute. The story itself is okay, but definitely needed to spend time with a lot of the characters, especially with the Venetian's victims, and though it doesn't exactly matter in regards to the ending, it still feels odd. As for the characters we do get to know, we'll start with the Moonstone family. Well, we'll mostly be focusing on the Moonstone family. Leonard Moonstone comes off as the classic gentleman magician, wise leader to the Magic Order. And he is, but he's also a bit of an ass. He cheated on his wife several times. In fact, Cordelia is actually the product of one of those affairs, and he's also pretty piss poor at being a father. Now, he does admit this later in the story that he feels bad about it, though that seems to be saved for any sequels that Millar might have in mind. Next, we got Cordelia, who, when we first meet, is clearly played off to be the black sheep of the family. Besides the fact that she's an alcoholic who sleeps with clients' spouses, she's also had a bit of a troll-making streak from childhood. She does love her family and gets along with her siblings in the most parts. As for her skills as a magician, let's just say before she was even born, her father saw potential. As for her brothers, we got Reagan, who's pretty much the dutiful son. He loves his family and is always doing what his father tells him, but he's pretty prideful. And as we see when talking to his brother Gabriel, he's not big on the living without magic. Gabriel plays off like the prodigal son who left the world of magic behind after the tragic loss of his daughter.
As for how she died, well, you shouldn't leave wands where any kid can get them.
He's haunted by her death and seems to only want to live a normal life with his wife, but if he has the chance to save his family, he'll take it. There's also Edgar, Leonard's brother, but let's just say you need to read that for yourself to understand that. As for our main villain of the story, Madame Albany, she is a monster. Again, Miller makes it no secret that the Venetian is working for her. She's pretty much the classic power-mad witch who takes pleasure in tormenting people. And I mean pleasure, like to the point where, let's just say, for the cover of issue 3, if I even try to show it, I would get blocked. As for her role as a villain, it's pretty damn good. You know, she has some entertaining moments, though again, it's pretty clear, you know, that what she's after has no real high morality to it. She just wants power for the sake of having power. As mentioned, there are more characters in the Order, but we don't spend that much time with them. Definitely not enough for me to talk about them individually, about their personalities and arcs, especially since most of them don't really have arcs. As the art is done by Olivier Coipel, who's pretty popular in the comic industry. He's done a lot of work, particularly for Marvel. Works like Spider-Verse, Siege, and one of my personal favorites, Young Avengers. His art is great, especially with the action scenes and the Venetian's kills, which are pretty crazy. Downside though is the color. It was done by David Stewart, who, don't get me wrong, is a great artist and colorist, but it could also mess with some dramatic effects, like when we first meet Madame Albany and her group. They say that they blocked out the sun, but honestly, I barely noticed any difference between before and after she appeared. The Magic Order is an okay story. It has potential to be something great, and when it does good, it does really good. But where it fumbles hard. It's still not a bad start for Netflix's venture into comics, but it definitely could have been better.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And next time, we're going to be following the theme of interesting combos with sword and sorcery. But next time, Stephen King style. Or it'll end up becoming another Batman Along Halloween because I have a really weird schedule. Later.